about some guys. Pete Alonso coming off a big year, obviously, and expects an even bigger contract. He and his agent looking for 7 years. Hard to believe that. And could the Yankees seriously go after Alonso?
I'd love it if they did, Sal, to be quite honest. I wanted them to sign him last year, when he wasn't getting a lot of offseason love from the rest of Major League Baseball before the Mets re-signed him. I feel like he and Judge hitting tanks in that farce of a stadium would be incredible theater for the regular season. I mean, I'd have Pete, over under like 51.5 homers, and then Judge is going to hit 55 every season for the next few years as long as he's healthy. Look, I know it doesn't address their, some of the contact that I feel like the Yankees need to add to their lineup, but boy, does he sure make it into a lot of fun in the Bronx. And, I know the defense isn't maybe what they're looking for there either, but it really is a treat to think about this, Sal. And it would also up the ante in the rivalry in between the two teams in the city. Mets, you might have heard, got Juan Soto. He was from the Yankees after his free agency departure. And, taking Alonso from the Mets would be something that would really get fans of both teams going. So it'd be fun.
Yeah, he fits the profile really well with the power bat, of course, and also he can spray home runs all across the outfield. He can go oppo, so that short porch would be really nice for him too. I also think that defensively he could maybe kind of be a fit with Ben Rice just being a part-time first baseman. Maybe use Pete as a part-time first baseman, part-time DH. I think that it actually does fit pretty well with what the Yankees would want to do there.
I mean, he's better than Goldschmidt offensively, obviously. Now, defensively would be the question. Andy, is Alonso to the Yankees a realistic possibility?
No, it is not.
like no chance that's happening? This is actual reporting, not opinion?
Yes, it would be absolutely stunning. Is me doing my job and bringing something to the table on this topic. Briefly, the reasons why the Yankees really. It's valid what you said, and you made me think for a second on that about the defense. How he wouldn't have to be the full-time first baseman. But the problem is Rice is a below-average defender at first, and they'd rather supplement him with like a defensive replacement type at first. The Yankees, for about 40 years in their player profile system, where they rank the value of tools for each position, value defense, having a plus glove at first base is really important. The only time they deviated from that in a significant way was Jason Giambi, because they felt the power, the on base, and the leadership outweighed the defense. From there, where did they go? Mark Teixeira. They lost sight of this a little bit with Luke Voit. Where did they go from there? Anthony Rizzo. It is really important to that front office and the continuity they've had for all these decades to have a glove at first base. So, no, there's no way that Alonso fits the profile of what they're looking for at first.
What about the sizzle? What about the sizzle?
There is sizzle.
Well, if that's the case, neither does Ben Rice fit that profile.
Well, no, he doesn't.
As for Bryce Harper, Dave Dombrowski fueled trade speculation, questioning whether he could be elite again. Today, he said that those trade rumors couldn't be further from the truth. Okay. For argument's sake, Andy, could Harper make any sense for the Yankees as a trade target?
No. Why are you asking me all these questions?
All right.
No way. If they had no interest in him when he was in his prime, why would they or any other team want to assume the back end of a 13-year contract? You do that for the first 6 or 7 years. Now that his own president of baseball, Ops Dombrowski, said he's not elite anymore, let's go get Bryce Harper. That doesn't make sense for anybody, let alone the Yankees.
Maybe he could be a little bit more elite as a Yankee, again, because of the short porch. But beyond that, I think I agree with you. I mean, he's on, again, the wrong side of 30. He's kind of aging at this point. And this year, I think for the first time, we saw that actually coming into play. I'm interested to see, though, how he bounces back next year and what adjustments he's able to make this offseason to become elite again.
In the spirit of forced debate, guys, Bryce Harper is a big game, big name, the kind of star that the Yankees used to embrace. So why not get him now? I realize that he's on the back end, and this is the painful part of the contract that's coming up over the horizon. But as far as winning now, I think he jolts that team. He jolts the fan base in a positive way. Look, I mean, I'm not, I know this is one of those collect every player, the Onion. George Steinbrenner signed every player, this year. But I do love me some Bryce Harper. Maybe he's not elite anymore, Sal. But
those numbers aren't awful. I know he was banged up. He played 130 games.
It's only
right
the
field.
aging
Boom,
curve
home
obviously
run.
goes in one direction.
Right.
That's like nobody wants Bogarts or Soto or Lindor or any. I'm just thinking of long contracts when they're on the back end. People want these players now, but nobody wants the second half of those contracts. Or why would you go out and trade for the second half of one of those?